This video is sponsored by The Boys Diabolical, now streaming exclusively on Amazon Prime Video. Anthologies have been around long before I was born. Short story collections, radio shows, stage plays, television shows, movies, you name it. And if you think you haven't experienced anthologies before, trust me, you have. Nowadays, they're more popular than ever, especially in the genres of science fiction, thrillers, and horror. But it's only been within the last 20 or so years that the animated anthology series has really started to establish itself over the course of multiple projects and multiple platforms, both as individual entities and branch-off points of already established universes. And with the release of The Boys Diabolical, we have another example of the latter, hoping to be that animated expansion to the universe first explored in the live-action series. But considering the spin-off anthologies that came before it, animated or otherwise, do the stories that The Boys Diabolical aim to tell have what it takes to be considered one of the next great anthology series? Let's find out. So, how important are anthologies? Honestly, in my opinion, pretty important. In fact, I'd even suggest they're a solid staple in both American literature and television at this point. And the concept was so popular in the 1950s, aka the golden age of television, that multiple shows were made. Ever since then, anthology shows on television have definitely made their mark on different generations. And this is just television. There are so many anthology collections that exist in literature, both past and present. Short story collections that a lot of famous authors and niche genres got their start in. At this point, I think it's safe to say that anthologies, especially television anthology shows, have been proven to be a very necessary way to consume media, not only thanks to its versatility, but also thanks to how easily digestible it can be in concept, which is usually pretty well executed. And while I was definitely one of said individuals that was introduced to the concept of anthology series through the likes of the many horror ones from the 90s and early 2000s, we now have another opportunity to see that play out with The Boys' own animated anthology series, The Boys Diabolical. There's only one question. Can The Boys Diabolical pull it off? As you know, The Boys is a live-action television series that airs exclusively on Prime Video. It focuses on the titular boys, a group of vigilantes who are set out to take down the superhero group known as the Seven, who are constantly growing more and more corrupt thanks to the corporation that are marketing and monetizing said superpowered individuals as such, Vought International. The Boys is based on the comic book of the same name created by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson, and with it, the story of the show is pretty much on track with how it's told in the comics. Not that much wiggle room to explore any smaller side stories or anything else going on within the universe that the show establishes. That's why The Boys Diabolical hopes to fill that void for people who are fans of the show. The Boys Diabolical aims to be that with the live-action series, in order to expand on the world Prime Video created inspired by the comic book series. And from what I've seen so far, it's done a pretty decent job at it. Despite the episodes being around 11 minutes long, they all are presented with different art styles, famous voice talent, versatile animation that encompasses multiple art styles, and scenarios that expand on what the OG show has been able to offer. And out of all the episodes the anthology has, the one that showed me that it has what it takes to provide that extra oomph to the original series was I'm Your Pusher. Animated in the style of the comic book the series is based on, you have Carl Urban's Billy Butcher in there getting in touch with a dude named OD, drug dealer to the superheroes. and watching their interactions, seeing the expansions of the secret lives of superheroes in this universe other than the Seven, and how it gets you to really pay attention to how morals and ethics should be looked at in this universe versus how they are, is really powerful. Like, yeah, there are definitely installments in this anthology that are just fun romps that could easily fit in the universe of The Boys. Then there are the ones like I'm Your Pusher that allows people like me to look at this universe in a light that provides a better respect for it outside of what the story of the live action series allows me to see. It does such a great job at balancing those two aspects about itself that The Boys Diabolical definitely deserves to be up there with the other anthology companion pieces that complement its linear predecessors. That one episode alone told me that this was definitely worth my time. Because if something like I'm Your Pusher was going to be present in this anthology series, imagine what else is going to be in there. And knowing that, I can't wait to see what this anthology has in store. But I digress, readers. Your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comment section below what you thought of The Boys Diabolical if you've seen it. Or if you feel like sharing with the rest of the class, which installments of the anthology you'd like to see me analyze in future videos. Because I definitely want to take a crack at some of these. Whichever question you decide to answer, I'd love to know your thoughts. Thanks again to The Boys Diabolical for sponsoring this video, and click the link in the description box below to stream the anthology exclusively on Amazon Prime Video. But until next time, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed.